From Hamilton Radio Studios, from 206 to the 609 and beyond, it's WTF with Tracy and Friends. The most fun you can have on a Wednesday with your clothes on. Now, the 2023 nominee for Best Female Podcast Host, Tracy Brannigan.
What's up, little effers? Welcome back. It is Friday, June 12th. Oh, my goodness. Tomorrow is my daughter Haley's birthday.
Happy birthday, Haley.
Happy birthday, Hale.
Tomorrow is Michelle's birthday.
Happy birthday, Michelle.
Michelle, happy birthday. Your birthday twins? Yes. That's amazing. Well, happy birthday, Michelle and Haley.
Happy birthday.
Both turning 24 years old now. So, how was last week? You did, the show solo. Amazing. I could never.
Why? Whatever do you mean, Tracy?
I don't know. What happened? You were sabotaged, I think. You were shut down. The live stream was, shut down.
Because we weren't here to wrangle them in.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know because there's no record of said show to reflect upon.
What do you mean? I started watching the replay. It's on. Couldn't view it live, but I was able to see it on YouTube. After.
But as I understand, no record of said show exists because of technicalities, yes?
I don't know. But I was at the ball game, the championship ball game at Sunnybury Little League. Very tense game, as you can imagine, the championship game. And, I keep checking. I'm like, no show. All right, they're a little late, whatever, technical difficulties. Until 7:30ish. Then I was like, I don't have time for this. I gotta watch this game. It was getting really good.
Well, it was the championship, and congrats to Cole. They win.
Congratulations to Laundry Solutions of Hamilton, the Majors Division at Sunnybury Little League champions. Yay. It was great. Great season.
But to answer your question, yes, there was a show. It went pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah.
Ruben was excellent, having graphics up, and our timing was pretty
good
and everything. And then, we got copyright issues arose. And we
have to I'd still work on it.
Well, it's a weekly show, so.
Wow. That's a burn.
I might move down there.
Full disclosure, super producer Ruben told me to shut up over the weekend. And yes, said I asked him when we were going to repost said show. And he told me that I jokingly told him, I sent him a Heath Ledger clapping emoji when he said he was tied up. I said, cool story, bro. When are you going to edit and repost the video? And he told me, Jason, it is not a story. I am quite busy right now.
He doesn't have time for your nonsense.
He didn't.
Absolutely no time for you.
And I see other people thanking him for producing other shows. Those shows came to completion. I'm sure all those are on record.
Ooh.
But, what can you do?
Well, for the record, it is on record. And I was able to watch it on the replay.
You were able to because you are the WTF account
holder,
right?
Is that why the general public cannot view this
until
stunning episode?
No, until
probably
too raw for YouTube.
Too raw.
Yeah, when Jason had sent me the text, I was in New York.
Oh yeah,
They don't have YouTube in New York, apparently.
No, I was busy on a house move.
You tell him.
What do you say? That's what I was like.
I said, I'm not talking to Ruben again until we're on air.
Save it for the air. I love it.
You save it for the airways.
You got to admit, what I sent you was wonderful.
It was beautiful.
It was. He just showed me the thread. I was oh my God.
No, I even sent them a couple laughing emojis because it was wonderful.
It was good timing.
It was good timing.
Al Pacino from Carlito's Way, where he says, and I want to thank you, sir, for making the tapes in an illegal fashion. It's so appropriate, right?
It just goes to show,
Don't worry, Tracy. We're still good.
Oh, I know.
And that is why you need to watch the live show.
Exactly. You could miss something. That just goes to show, though, why text, you can't convey tone.
Nope.
Reading
Well,
that,
Tracy, I was going to say it was amazing because I was shocked when Jason had told me that, right? And I'm in the middle of all this stuff going on. you know, at my aunt's house and everything because they're moving and stuff like that. So I'm like up to my neck in boxes, and I'm texting Jason with one box in my hand and everything. And I'm like, Jason, I don't have time right now.
I don't have time for this.
And I said, that sounds kind of weird because the videos came from YouTube, which was
Right,
yeah.
so they're
That's why I got to try to
copyrighted?
figure out.
We still need to use the 1976 fair copyright
Right.
disclosure.
I agree with Jason with that. Yeah.
Fishman, Pete's the one who told me about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, Fishman.
But
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
thanks,
but
Bishop.
I'm like, how do they even know that our podcast had any videos
We got
in it?
bots, AI.
You and him are of the same. It's
Yes.
Pete said Skynet sees all.
Absolutely.
He said
Skynet
AI
sees
bots
all. Oh,
scrubbing
absolutely.
every single video ever.
All day long, all the time, it never stops.
It's gonna be-
Oh, yeah.
Like termites.
And trust me, Tracy's not the first show this has happened. I've been dealing with the copyright thing for the past 5 years. mean,
I just thought with
we
your
just-
producing acumen, you would know what we could or couldn't do.
Well, I
Yes.
think, no pun intended, no offense, but, since, we don't have, like, millions of viewers,
Right.
and we're just showing clips from
Hush.
YouTube,
You thought it would, yeah.
yeah,
But the Skynet saw us.
Skynet saw
Big
us.
brother.
So now I gotta make an affirmation now for, so we, next time we show videos,
That's right.
I gotta
Yep.
put it in.
John Connor's coming.
And this is why, like you were saying, you can't stand when you're watching the videos and they say like unalived and like
Oh, yeah,
S8
yeah.
and they're using all these code words. It's because of
It's a
the
degeneration
algorithms.
of the English language.
It really
We're gonna
is.
start talking in grunts. and-
Yeah, exactly. But I love what you did with the show. I did
Thank
get
you.
to
Yeah.
hear the replay. And you know what I really loved? The shout outs.
I know.
I
yes.
love that. Like, let's do that every week.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yes. I
So,
will,
who do you want to
because-
shout
Well,
out?
even though we don't have 1 million viewers, we have some loyal ones.
We do. We have the most loyal listeners and viewers out there. The Little Effers. Little Effers, we love you.
That's right.
Thanks for
Sending the
watching.
Live chat is open.
Thanks for watching, Little Effers. So, what was your highlight of the show? Did you have a highlight?
Don't look at me.
She wasn't here.
Yeah, we had many highlights. I think we touched on a lot of good stuff. We talked about how South Park is a modern moral compass, where with the Ozempic episode, where they're turning people who aren't diabetics into drug addicts to be on these Moderna and Ozempic.
To become zombies.
Yeah,
I did not see that.
Yeah,
No, I
I
didn't
was
either.
talking about how South Park has gone from being a fun show about foul-mouthed little kids to like our social moral compass now, where it pokes fun at the things that are absurd in reality. And we talked about some summer movies, Alien Romulus, and a whole lot of other things. But Friday, I did have the Tom's River book show. Oh, okay. There we are.
Because you did your mic check.
Don't
Don't
get me
poke
in
the
trouble
bear.
now. Yes.
Okay, carry
Jason,
on. I'm
Can I
sorry.
get a mic check? No.
Friday.
Friday, Tom's River book show. Never been to Tom's River?
What? You had the exact same reaction.
Sober.
What?
I mean, I might have blacked out there once. I don't remember. But this was charming town, just wonderful. We were right there on the main street with the Time the Avenger posters set up. Outside, it was wonderful. Met wonderful people. A second screenwriter has purchased Time the Avenger, so fingers crossed that will solve it.
Wow.
So yeah, we never know.
Can we be extras?
Yeah.
We're going to do the audio recording. We are.
Oh,
Whenever
that's right.
life settles down and we have time.
Okay.
I think
will do
Ruben
it.
could afford us some studio time to do the book, hopefully. Yes, he says yes. Great. But yes, so
But you didn't answer the question. Can we be extras in the movie production?
You gotta,
course,
gotta
of course.
write that in your deal.
guys.
Yeah, we need that in the
We have a
contract.
chemistry going. Used to be more than extras.
We will. All right.
Yes. Yes.
We're getting
I'm
killed
sorry.
off, Tracy.
I know. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
1 in 22 chance, right? How many?
Yeah.
I told somebody, they're like, you said it's not boring. I'm like, I killed 22 people in this book, and almost every one of them deserved it. I said,
Almost.
and I enjoyed it. Yeah, so you got to take some losses, though.
It's a
So-
page turner. If you're watching, if you have not read Time the Avenger yet, what are you doing with your life? You need to read it. It's so good.
Thank you.
But go ahead.
just a quick announcement before I forget. Next week, I will be in a guest capacity with our sister show, also at Hamilton Radio. I'll be a guest on the Jerry Petito show at 5 p.m. next Wednesday. Jerry, the Jersey Jewel, and we're going to talk more Time the Avenger on that show. Right before, I'm double showing it.
You
next
double
I
Wednesday.
love it. Love
Pulling
Jerry.
a double.
Love Jerry. You'll have a great time
You're
on her
moonlighting.
show.
That's what they call it, yes.
Moonlighting with the Jersey Jewel. Love Jerry Petito.
Yes.
Shout out Jerry. Hi. Love her. She's largely in part responsible for this whole WTF.
We talked, and of your charisma, your personality.
I
and
got
how,
Riz. I got Riz.
Yes,
Got the charisma?
and why you should definitely be doing this.
Oh,
Yes.
thanks. Well, I'm so proud of you for, doing your book tours. Like, you are just
That's great.
so tenacious with it. And, not only did you write this two amazing books, but, you're out there promoting it. And that's, like, the hardest part.
You
And you're
have to.
so dedicated to it. Like, keep going. Do not stop.
Yep.
Thank you.
See, your second sale to a screenwriter. It's amazing.
Well, yeah, in Flemington, one. Actually, this is worth telling. The gentleman that comes up, he says, I did this movie. He says, do you do any screenwriting? I said, yes. He said, yeah, I do some screenwriting. My wife's a director, and he said, I did this movie called, oh my God, I can't think of the name of it. Turbulence with Ray Liotta. I'm like, I know that movie.
This little movie, this little film, you might have heard of it.
This little guy.
And-
I don't know if you
Little-known
heard of him.
actor.
Yeah,
Ray
and then
Liotta.
he's like, I also sold a script to Luke Besson, if you know who that is. And I said, Luke Besson made the only action movie that ever made me cry, The Professional, with Jean Reno and Natalie Portman.
I don't know that movie.
And he's like, okay, so he's like, I sold something to him, and then he says, this is my wife. Michelle has been watching Sex in the City for the prior 3 days before we go to Flemington, and his wife named Susan Seldman, is the director of Desperately Seeking Susan. I told you this, right?
Yes.
This is amazing.
And she's also the director of the pilot and many other episodes of Sex in the City. Michelle went from being upset because it was so hot there, from grinning to ear, and she's telling.
I don't blame her.
She's
Turned her
telling
day
the woman
around.
everything that happens in the episode she directed that she knows. I said, Michelle, would you like to take a picture with Susan? She's like, yes.
That is so cool.
Yep.
But yes, so Jonathan, her spouse, got Time the Avenger, and then this week I met Gary Gradell, also another screenwriter, who purchased the book as well, and lots of other wonderful people in Tom's River that
Fingers
came out.
crossed.
And we had, now Tom's River, there's the main street and then there's the through street. And at COVID time, all the restaurants shut down, so they opened up all the outdoor dining and they blocked the street off. And they said it worked so well, we just kept it. So every weekend in Tom's River, it smells like popcorn and cotton candy outside. It's just,
pretty
they have
cool.
like a street fair every weekend.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
we ate at a restaurant called Capone's. Wonderful. Best service I've ever had. I remember when I was a server, and they said, don't let anyone's drink go empty. That's how stringent they were. They were like, if you see it, you get it, you refill their drink. I have not had that happen in years until Friday night in Tom's River. And
That's nice.
Yeah, that was, yes. So, love Tom's River. Definitely going back there.
Some good service.
I'm not a haggler on iffy service either, but I noticed when it's like, I was like, well, how about that?
Well, that brings me to our topic of the night, tipping.
Oh, that was a good segue.
Right? That was good.
Tipping for the
Good
service.
job, Jason.
No, tipping. I just feel like tipping has gotten so out of hand. Like, are we in agreement? Do you think so, too?
100%.
Like, I understand during COVID times we were tipping everybody. And look, nobody loves to tip more than I do. I love tipping people. But, like, I'm tipping you for a reason. Because you're going above and beyond in some capacity or you're providing good service. But I'm sick of tipping, like, I'm going to sound like an asshole when I say this, but, like, Starbucks. Why am I tipping? They're making a coffee.
I didn't realize until this conversation we just had in the salon the other day. Do you tip your gas station attendant?
I do sometimes.
I never knew that
good
was a
Bob
thing.
does a lot. His mother always does. My mother-in-law always tips
Never
like,
knew
the
that
gas
was a
station
thing.
attendant. I do sometimes. But I always go to the same gas station, pretty
Retail?
much.
Yes.
Like I've got my regular spot, and so yeah.
Do they do your windshield and all when if they're
Yes.
not busy?
Yes.
Then that
Right.
qualifies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little.
We
little
got
something.
a lovely guy at our Wawa that always, he's like, if he's not tied up, he'll do it. And she'll be like, give him a couple dollars.
It's like everybody wants a tip now for like not really doing anything. Like, and when they ask, I feel bad and I always tip. And then I'm like, why am I tipping everybody all the time for everything? It's really out of hand. So I'm done. I'm done tipping.
Just flatlining it all?
Yeah, I will always tip like a server, my hairstylist, anybody that's performing a service, a delivery. You're delivering something to my house. Like, yes, I'll tip you. I mean, there's certain things I'll tip for, but the guy like at Salad Works making my salad, like they don't even look at you. They're just, what do you want?
Yeah.
I can't even get an eye contact. Crack a smile, something. I mean.
So why, all right, you don't want to tip at Salad Works, but what more are they doing at the gas station to deserve a tip?
They're cleaning my window, and it's the same people every time. It's
right.
like the same
Valid.
2 guys every time I go.
Okay.
And they're nice.
That's
It's,
valid.
it's the conversation,
Oh,
like,
100%. If they're going to
Okay,
converse and.
Yeah.
yeah, our little small talk.
I
I like that. I enjoy it.
So
Entertain
here's a
me.
story for you because this is how it came up. A friend of mine at work was talking about her friend's son that worked at a gas station, and this black Escalade pulls up, and he's a young kid. He strikes up a conversation with the driver, was very personable with him, and the guy's like, you know what, kid? I like you. I'm going to make your night. All the windows went down. There was about 6 people in the car, and each person in the car handed the kid a $100 bill.
That's amazing. Oh, I just got chills. I
And
love a story
I
like
was
that.
like,
That's what
that
it
kid will never, ever forget that.
They
Like,
probably were on their way home from Atlantic City, and they all won.
yeah, that, or I said could have been someone famous that he didn't even
Yeah,
recognize, like.
I love that. That's a great
Yep.
story.
That
I
is good.
love doing
That's
shit
really
like that. That's what I love. Like, just make somebody's night. That's cool stuff. But I got taken today for a tip.
Where?
Okay, and first of all, let's talk about everybody now is asking for a tip. People that
Yeah.
have no business asking for a tip, literally just for doing their job. So let's talk about this. So I just had to hire a photographer to do some video and photos of a house that I have listed. So, great guy. I'm sure he's not listening. Great guy, does amazing work. But I picked exactly what I wanted to order off of his website, does the whole thing. And then at the end, there's a section, tip the photographer. Now, why? Why am I tipping the photographer?
Because if they ask, you'll feel compelled to.
Exactly. And I don't feel compelled to. I think we need to start a movement, stop feeling compelled to tip these people that aren't really doing anything to be tipped for. That annoyed me. I think that sparked this a little bit because it's, number one, it's his company.
Yes, he is the owner.
He is the owner. That's right. He's not hiring somebody, a subcontractor, and they're getting a big cut taken out. Like, what is the point of this? Well, everybody, Girl Scouts want a tip now. Everybody wants a tip. Stop
Girl
this
Scouts
madness.
for real?
Yes,
At
stop
the
this
root of
madness.
it, why? And is it because the employer, where they used to not encourage them to ask for one, or because they could tell them you get tips?
Don't ask me for a tip if I want to give you one. If I feel compelled to give you one, I will give you one.
I'm thinking Reservoir Dogs here. If they go a little extra, he doesn't want to throw in a buck for the waitress. There are 12 of them eating.
Best soundtrack to a movie ever.
Oh,
love that.
Love it. Little green bag, looking back on the track. Yes, but you remember Steve Buscemi, right? Where he's like, you see this? It's the world's smallest violin playing.
Yeah.
And yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I've always and Jen said this too. I mean, working in work where you rely upon tips. You've bartended before. I think we are, good tippers.
Great
if I were to
tippers.
just blind it, I
go
know
out-
I am. I'm too good. Better than I should
30%
be.
all the time. 30%
30
when we go
solid.
out to eat.
Yeah.
30%,
Right.
no question. If it's the worst service we've ever had,
Dial it back a
20%.
little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. I don't even think I would tip 15%. I don't know. Because everybody has a bad day, like, and I know that.
Yes.
And I like to tip, but I'm sick of everybody asking for a damn tip.
I'll give you this one, and this one I got from online personality Candace Owens, who just started her new channel again after she got fired or quit the Daily Wire. Wedding dress. Went to the place, tried on the wedding dress, picked out the dress she liked, ready to go, and they spun the Apple machine around on her with the gratuity.
What?
Do you tip on buying a wedding dress? Because bridal shops are asking now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
What?
because it's a one-on-one service. They ask you for a tip.
I never knew that.
Really?
So
They ask for, how do they?
Well, tipping is, I guess, kind of expected now.
That's what
We
I
were
mean.
just having
We
this
need
whole
to shut
conversation.
this down. This happened, I feel like during COVID, it got really out of hand. And it was fine. I was happy to tip everybody.
You needed
because
DoorDash to bring you food. You needed people to come bring you shit, maybe. That's when it exploded.
It did explode then, but now it's it's over. Things are out of hand. Employers don't want to pay the employees.
And that's where-
It's time to stop. The minimum wage is already, $15?
Did they do that?
Yeah.
Is it in our
I'm
state?
pretty sure. Yeah, I forget
Okay.
what it is.
Yeah, so I don't feel the need to tip you just for putting the cookies in the box.
I saw one of the funniest things ever on Facebook. I guess it was a meme, but not a meme, but black, when they have the big lettered writing, and it said, "Never in my life will I tip a male waiter. Go learn how to pour concrete, loser." It's just cold blooded. Now I've poured concrete and been a waiter, but I was like, that's a perspective. That's a way of looking at something.
Yeah, that's not nice.
But
though.
now I'll take it back for tipping. When I was a kid and I had to get up 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, deliver newspapers, grade school, high school. We couldn't, this is back when you had to go to people's houses and collect the money. Every 2 weeks, the Trentonia was $3.50. Most people would give me a $5 and we call it. I'd get a $1.50 tip. Solid, right? For those days, 90s. The paper went up. It got to be $4.10.
And they still gave you the 5.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Only, I'd say maybe 15% of people would, go in for that other buck or something like here. I know it's more, very rarely. So I mean, I never really relied upon it, but you could see how the owner of the company dictates a lot here. And another thing, like Tracy, one thing I have shut down completely, not tipping, but would you like to donate 25 cents to the CVS Red Nose freaking? I was like, nah, I'll let Mr. CVS in Woonsocket, Rhode Island handle that one.
Right.
Yeah, I let Mr. Walmart handle that one. I chalk them up to them.
Well, if you
know
think about
how
it,
it
though,
works?
we're donating to CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, whatever, ShopRite.
going.
Do you
But
know how that
they're,
works?
yeah, go ahead.
They pay whatever charity a donation, a lump sum donation, and then they rely on us to recoup that money.
And then
So
they
they're
write it off.
probably recoup it. They're writing it off, and then they're recouping it from us, and
if
probably
they happen to
recouping
get more?
more. Yes.
Oh, that's
So now it makes you feel better about saying no, right?
that's a
Yep.
bigger scam than
I
insurance,
stopped.
if that's
It
true.
is. Helen,
I
stop
stopped
it.
doing the donations.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't do that. And our workaround to that, before I even knew all this, was we pick one charity a year, and that's what we donate to. This year is Tunnels to Towers.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't feel bad now when they ask for a donation and they say, no, I'm sorry, I have my charity this year.
Many
But I
people have
donate to
always
it.
done that, right?
I like
they're
that.
I give to St. Jude. That's my,
Yeah.
then they'll just, that
But
is
if you're
common.
going to give to St. Jude, give to St. Jude. Don't give at the register at whatever store is collecting
Right.
because that
Because
you just
they're not necessarily giving all that money to that charity.
today years old when you learned about that racket, right?
I didn't know that. I just knew I'm like, no. Do you want to round up? No.
You know who I love to tip? Like you said, like a young kid, like working hard, busting their ass. Like if it's really busy and they're just like hustling, getting it done. Like, I love to tip then too. Like,
Yeah.
I like that. But like, you're
To
just
make a
standing
kid's
around,
day.
like, you're not really doing anything. Like, I just don't. I don't know. I'm not doing it anymore, and I'm not going to feel bad about it either. And you shouldn't either. So let's.
No, and
let's
I've
stop
worked
this.
a lot of jobs that society deemed untippable. Like just the
Untippable.
people at McDonald's still don't get tips. And
True.
you know,
Like there are some stores,
and it's one of the worst that you could do with food. So yeah.
retail stores now
Retail.
asking to tip the cashier. Allie told me this today. Isn't that crazy? They don't even give you a damn bag.
Let me tell you, I would have gotten good tips in the days of yore. You buy something at the accommodations desk at Lord and Taylor. I wrap it in the tissue paper. I give it what we call a Lord and Taylor fold. I take
it.
I
the
miss Lord
bag.
and
I
Taylor.
walk around the counter. I give
They
you
that was one thing
That's
that
right.
they
Yes.
always did at Lord and Taylor.
Yes, yeah.
Forgot about that.
They and if you weren't doing it, they'll tell you. And here's another thing: if you had like heavy stuff and everything, and I'm not busy, would you like me to take this to your car for you, Miss Browningham? And you always
I've
say,
never had anybody ask
always,
me that.
if
No,
the
neither
customer
did I,
pays with their charge or account, and their name will be on the receipt, you are to address them by their last
Yes.
name. So I would have gotten good tips. I know.
Yeah.
I liked when if I bought a dress, how would you like this bag? They always
Right,
asked me,
yeah.
you know, do
In
you
the
want it in
garment bag,
garment or
yes.
do you want it in a bag? And
Now you can't get a box at Christmas.
no, you
No gift
cannot
box.
get a
You
box
can't even
Get
anywhere.
a bag on any
Nothing.
given day. I am so done with all
Side
of this
note, Michelle
nonsense.
said happy birthday to Haley.
Happy
And
birthday,
she
Michelle.
said hi to the rest of us.
Hi, girl. What do,
Michelle.
Announcement to Michelle. I went to get her a birthday gift at the department store. Nothing. A few years ago, I got her these Kate Spade pajamas that she absolutely loved, wore them to death. And I wanted to get something similar, and there's just like, no.
in
It's
the
so
store.
sad.
Everything's thrown around,
I
kind of.
know.
There is nothing like a Lord and Taylor anymore.
No.
Like really, nothing around here. I think you have to go to King of Prussia and go to Nordstrom.
Yeah.
They still have a Bloomingdale's. I think that's where you have to go
Like
to
the
get
last
that kind.
bastion of Bloomingdale's is there, yeah. Yeah.
It's really
I
a
heard. I
sad
read
day.
somewhere that Bloomingdale's is opening, like, you know how Macy's has the backstage,
Yes.
like just a smaller,
Yep.
like lower. They're opening stores called Bloomies, and it's like a smaller version of
Like the
Okay.
Bloomingdale's.
Nordstrom rack would be.
Love it.
Correct.
Love,
Okay.
love that.
Yeah.
Well, I wish they would open one around
normally
here.
I could ask for, next to women's intimates, the sleepwear, and there will be Ralph Lauren. There will be, so-and-so. There'll be
Right.
this. There was like 3 things, and they were all bad. And I was like, this is like just, some of them were still Santa shirts with
Oh
graphic
my
things on
goodness.
it. And this was,
No.
I was at the mall. Like, it wasn't like a crummy
It's-
store. It was the store,
Yeah.
But yeah, so sorry.
And this
We're
is
going out
why.
tomorrow, though.
This is why the brick and mortar stores are
Yeah, they're
you know,
failing.
falling by the wayside. It's
And
crazy.
They're trying to get tips for the employees.
Well, let me
Like,
tell you. Let me tell you how I got hustled today. All right.
Oh,
So
right.
for WTF, what's the flavor? We have crumble cookies tonight.
This box looks tremendous.
So
Which I have never
feel
had
it.
a crumble
Just feel how
cookie.
heavy
An
it
A
is.
plus on packaging for openers.
I just want you to feel how heavy it is. It weighs probably about
Oh, I'm
10
gonna feel
pounds.
this like this
Yeah, exactly.
after
Right.
that.
My ass is gonna feel just like that.
Wait a minute. Go ahead. I'll tell you.
So you're telling me,
The
don't
hustling,
write
yes.
it down. Don't forget this. So all right, I order these online to go pick up, and I
won't
say, it takes you to the end, and they automatically put on a 20% tip, 20%
A
tip.
crumble cookie.
A crumble cookie. Okay, for what? So it's the option is 20%, 25, 15, or other. So I'm like, I'm not tipping 20% to walk into the store and pick up 6 damn cookies. So I tried to take it off. I am not able to do the transaction taking the tip off. I go through this like 3 or 4 times. So I'm finally able to get it to 0, whatever, checkout. And I'm like, you know what? Haley's birthday is tomorrow. I'm going to ship her some cookies to her office tomorrow, a little birthday treat. So I go through the whole transaction. My card is already now in there. And it automatically put 20% on, and I wasn't paying attention. And I hit click, clickety clack, and then 20%, $4.20 later, here we are, and like I can't even cancel it now. It's already a transaction.
Right. What's done is done.
I was just so that's on top of the $6.99 delivery fee. I'm like, come on. I was so do better, Crumble. Do better.
Yeah.
I was just so irritated by the whole thing, but I wish I could take it back, but I won't. But that's that on tipping.
This certainly sets the bar high for this evening's What the Flavor, I'll tell you that much.
What the flavor.
Better.
Before we get to what the flavor, what are you doing for Michelle's birthday? Where are you going?
She didn't even know about my horrible experience at the mall on Monday. I come home, my mother was on the phone. She was like, "What'd you eat for lunch today?" And Michelle works from home, so where I went for lunch, if I say what I ate, dictates where I was. And I didn't lie, though. I said I had steak quesadillas, and I did at the food court in the mall. But never in my life, like, you go to the mall to get something, weirdest feeling ever, eating there and just leaving.
And not buying
Nothing.
anything.
We are going to go to Stewart's and Barnes & Noble's. That is what the birthday girl has requested, and that's what we're going to do. So,
Nice.
yeah.
I like a nice night meandering through Barnes & Noble.
I'm a meanderer as well,
So
I
many
would-
good books
When
in
I
there.
when I had my apartment, I lived around the corner from CVS. I'd just go through all the aisles because
Oh, I love to
there's
get
no one
lost in
there.
a store.
Place to myself. See what things are,
I was going to say, there's always that one weirdo that's always in Barnes & Noble.
That's me. That's me. I'm the problem.
Like
it's
you,
me.
you can read an entire book there. They don't frown upon it, but that doesn't mean you should read the whole book.
Right.
Go back tomorrow and read the second half.
People are holding their pages. I remember when someone explained that business model to me. I'm like, well, how do they make any money? People will just be reading the books.
Well,
do
who
they
can
make
really
any money?
sit there for 12 hours?
Are they still open in Hamilton Marketplace?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know.
That's one of the best. I like that one.
Where's another one?
Oxford Valley, right?
Closer to us, I think, is Manahawkin. Michelle, help me out if you're watching live.
Is Princeton Market Fair still open?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a
Oh,
flagship
all right. So
And then
got, like,
Oxford
live
Valley,
music.
there's one. Is that still open?
one.
I think they
Separate
just.
from the Oxford Valley Mall. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, that's one too. Yep.
did you ever take the kids there for story time? Like when the kids were little, I used to like take them there.
No, I never went for story time, but we used to go and we would go to dinner or something and then just go hang out at Barnes & Noble and just to stay out of the house for a little bit.
You're gonna like this story. I used to take them like to the library for story time or whatever. Of all the children, Noah got kicked out of story time at the library. My baby angel, Noah, this kid can do no wrong. He got kicked. They asked us to leave the library because he wouldn't sit still and be quiet.
That doesn't surprise me about Noah.
No.
No, I just think Noah is so overly friendly and just personable that I could just see him trying to talk to everybody.
He's just such a law-abiding citizen. You know what I mean? Like a
Law-abiding
rule
citizen.
follower.
He's
Like
very
he just is
afraid to disappoint.
Perhaps
straight-laced. Like
the narrator of
just a good
story
kid.
time did not have a commanding presence on his audience.
You're right.
I couldn't believe that of all three of my children, we were asked to leave because of him. The other two were holy terrors.
You ever go to church, right?
Yeah.
And there's the baby that is
Uh-huh.
just bloody murder screaming, and
Yeah.
they're just, and then they bring him to that room,
The crying room.
and you can still hear
Hear
them.
it,
It's
yeah.
like chalk up the L, bro. The church it's done. It's done. You had to go
Chalk
to
up
another
the L.
room.
You are excused.
Now
You
you
have
go
been
to your
excused.
car and you get out a few minutes
I think we're
early.
having technical difficulties again.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! On the what? On
Brick
on the tube.
Township and also Freehold for Barnes & Nobles. Thank you, Michelle.
Freehold.
Oh, Michelle also says she tips the guy who pumps her gas. Young kid, super friendly, not making much money. I'm not so sure. Once in a while, I always tip them.
Okay.
Yep.
And again,
I
but
never
like
knew
you,
that.
We have a consistent place where we always fuel
Right.
up, and you get that personal, connection with the
Yes.
person.
Yeah, I go to 3 different ones, depending on where I'm at.
I did recently go to Wawa for gas, right here, at the circle. 'cause
This
I
one,
was
yes.
almost out of gas. So I had to go. I wasn't going to be able to make it to my regular spot. The guy was so nice. I didn't tip him, though. I didn't have any cash on me. But he was the nicest attendant. But he did give me a thing to do a survey. So I immediately did the survey for him. And
everyone's
hooked
on
them
the
up.
hook for these surveys too, right?
Yeah.
Everybody had a job, like, if you could please this and that. It's like,
it's a pain in the ass, but it really is the only way for a
They
big
don't-
company to know.
Yeah,
I-
definitely.
You know, what's going on out there.
Well, we used to be under the gun for opening charge accounts. Like, you did really good in sales, but you haven't opened up many accounts this week, right? You didn't upsell any freaking Roy Rogers holster French fries this week. you feel like a dick. You have French fries. Yeah, you look like you could use bigger fries. I'm
Would
not
you
doing it. I'm not
supersize
upselling the
that?
fries.
Oh, wait, that's McDonald's.
Well,
Wrong place.
Roy's would give you a Magnum revolver holster, like a
No.
peacekeeper. It was a whole holster of fries if you supersized.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh. I
You
don't
know,
remember that.
You're not
but-
upselling the fries, so yeah, I guess asking for the survey ain't so rough.
Nah, it's not too bad. But I'm done bitching now about crumble. Should we get into it? You've
When
never
you are,
had crumble
Capitan.
before.
No, and I'm a little
Are you
apprehensive
excited?
because
Why?
I broke a chair this week.
You broke a chair. How?
Brand new beach chair.
Shut
I,
up.
no, I was trying, sat in it, I went to get up and you hear like this cracking sound
way.
and I looked and the pole snapped in half.
Faulty beach chair. You could take it back. It's got to be under warranty.
Well, it was Amazon, so I have to take it to the UPS store
What do you
tomorrow.
got?
Send that right back.
But I don't think I should be eating crumble cookie when I'm breaking chairs.
We need the sugar for energy,
breaking
Jen.
chairs.
Look at
Holy,
these
what is
freaking
that?
things. Oh,
So-
man.
Okay.
I figured.
Cookie,
Whoa.
like a
Trace, I don't know what this
that's
is.
a
I've never
cake.
been to one of these. These
Okay,
look
so I'm going to
beautiful.
explain to you crumble cookies. So I don't know if it's every month or I think it's every week. They have a different selection of cookies. And
They smell nice.
I
They
didn't.
smell nice.
I got 2 of these because whatever this is, it's like some kind of like caramel cake or something. So I got 2 of those instead of the regular chocolate chip cookie because it's a regular chocolate chip cookie. So we went with something a little. We did the peanut butter. This is blueberry pancake. This is a mint chocolate chip of some sort. This is some sort of chocolate caramel cake.
Beautiful.
This is called everything but the sink. Or a sink cookie or
everything but the
something.
kitchen sink.
Yeah, something like that. It's got pretzels and potato chips in a chocolate chip cookie. So you get like the salty sweet.
It looks wonderful.
Um,
They all look wonderful.
So I did forget. Do you have another fork?
Yeah.
Oh,
Got
yes.
one more.
This looks like a s'mores explosion. This
Yes, it
I
does.
know. I know. So now how heavy was the box? Like 10 pounds. These
Yeah.
cookies are gigantic.
And these are chained all over America?
Ironically, this one. Did you go to Hamilton Marketplace one?
No, I was in Princeton.
I don't know if the Hamilton Marketplace one opened yet, but it's where Weight Watchers used to
Oh,
be.
that's cruel. The crumble cookies. Well, I guess it's all right because it closed down. But could you imagine if it was like right next to it?
Yeah, that would
That's
be
just
mean.
Messed up. Messed up. All right, so I forgot a
I
knife.
think you have to go in.
You're just going to have
So-
to break it with
Straight
your hands,
on.
Trace.
There you go.
We're gonna.
That looks like peanut butter, right?
This is peanut butter.
Oh,
yeah.
this looks delicious.
We need a ginsu.
We do.
Hang
It
it right on the wall
smells
behind
so
the camera
good.
there.
Holy moly, that's huge.
I know. These are gigantic. You could really cut them like in eighths.
Thank you.
All right. Well, somebody talk while I'm cutting this.
We're all in.
Speaking of explosion,
Mesmerized.
I will. I wanted you to be here last week when I announced it because I
Oh.
know this is something you and perhaps you too would enjoy. A friend of mine
give
DJ
you
Mighty
the,
Mike is going to host the first ever Chambersburg Freestyle Explosion this fall.
Oh, boy.
You did hear this,
I heard
okay?
it. I'm so
And
I commented.
Mighty
too.
Mike?
DJ Mighty Mike Mantuano and Donnie G, they're going to be on wax, but there's also rumored to be special performances from your favorite club singers. We don't know whom. And yours truly will be emceeing the event.
This is
Where-
so
where?
exciting.
More details
When?
to come in October. We're looking at
Oh,
fall.
okay.
We're looking at fall, and I don't know the venue. Perhaps
Oh.
I got you. But as I know more, I'll divulge more.
We know
We
a
will-
guy. Can we get like
Tracy
VIP?
and I will be there.
We'll be there. We'll buy the first tickets, but I want like VIP tickets.
Yes.
Okay.
We're press, you know.
Yeah,
Never
we are.
He's always go to this press thing. I'm going to start doing it too. Yes.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
press
we're
passes.
press,
We're
yes.
legit.
All right.
We are
Ruben?
legit.
Oh.
All right, wait.
Okay.
Let me give
so
him this.
yes,
too.
that's
Blueberry
Chambersburg
pancake.
Freestyle Explosion.
Blueberry
Did you try it
pancake.
yet?
Oh, that one's mine. Whatever Tracy's holding to the side to the end.
All
Gotta
right,
be-
hold
Look
on.
what happens. You want to be fancy and roll
Here.
your cuffs up, and then they let you down.
Oh, I'm making a mess.
Oh, my goodness.
Over here.
Just give her that so she can put a piece on there.
Oh yes, this is Jen's second.
that's Jen.
This
That
is
was-
this
that
is
was
the maybe the now you're getting
Wow.
now you're getting much. I can't taste it this soon. I have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you taste anything yet?
No, wait. I'm having technical difficulties. Can I have a clean
So,
up here? I need
Jason,
another napkin.
Michelle's giving me direct. Jason, go to the crumble. Go to. She wants me to go there on the way home.
All the way home.
It's not your birthday yet. You just simmer down.
Ah.
Tracy,
Wow.
isn't this like this is the one in Princeton, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's get.
So you have to go north, Jason.
Yes, I can only go one direction home.
Just break it with your hands.
All
I know,
right.
Trace. Just
All
bring
right.
trust you. Just
They're
break them.
clean.
Okay.
You're
We're
suffering
good.
through this. All right.
Jen.
Okay.
That's
This
mine.
is Jen's.
Oh.
We got it. But now I don't. It's a little heavy to transport.
That's all right.
You got it?
I got it.
All right,
Thank you.
And then this is the chocolate chip mint. Ugh, I hate mint. But everybody likes mint, so here you go. Oh, this is very messy. You do need a knife with this.
There.
Mint.
You ever try to eat a slice of pizza while you're driving?
What?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I-
Many times.
I eat a banana while I'm on my way to
You will-
work every day.
you hold this slice, and you're like looking at it. Like early on, you're like, don't do
Drip.
this.
Yeah.
Don't do it to me. And then you got to take this angle, you know. And if it's a firm slice, so you got to. And once you get to the middle, you're safe. You're like, all right, I got this sandwich. and
Yeah,
everything."
like there's no
And-
more
Yeah.
limpness.
But then you get like to that part where the sauce and the crust meet, where things could drop off,
Right.
and you're like, all right, am I gonna get greedy here? Am I gonna get greedy? Start chomping up bites. Very difficult to eat and drive.
Oh,
Oh, it is.
And you were
No,
driving for a while,
Uber,
so
yeah,
you know.
yeah. You know what I used to do, Jason? It was still silly, but I used to actually get one of those little
Are these mine?
take-home boxes.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
would use it as a tray on my lap
Oh,
while I'm
yeah.
driving.
Oh.
And then and I usually if I know I'm going on the highway, I wait till I get on the highway and I have the car on cruise control.
Is,
Wow,
is everyone
So
ready
safe.
to start trying?
wait, we're gonna need another fork for whatever this is in the little
But
box.
I don't know if I have any more. I got
Why
some more
don't we
napkins to wipe
section
it.
off parts of the tray to each other, and we can just try that?
What do you mean? It's
Well, like
it's-
that will be
Here,
someone's
Trace.
order.
Want me to wipe them off? I don't
Oh,
have any
my
more
goodness.
forks.
I don't know. Oh, can I have
That's not
napkin?
even a cookie. That's
I
a
am-
cake.
I am a mess
Didn't I
over
bring
here.
forks for the show's birthday? Didn't we have a surplus?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh,
It might be
sorry.
back here.
Watch your little black book.
Oh, I remember, Jason. Hold on.
All right.
All
Are
right.
we trying anything?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go in. I'm gonna
Oh, we can do it. Okay.
I don't know what to go with
blueberry
first.
pancake.
All right.
Going blueberry 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Blueberry pancake up. Oh wait, this thing's mint.
Yeah, that's
Never
looks
mind.
blueberry.
I found a surplus stuff.
Yes.
That's good.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
Alan.
glad Jason said something. I forgot.
That's good. But how can you eat a whole cookie? Like, it's so sweet.
It's good.
The sugar is crunching in my teeth.
Yeah.
Soft too, not a hard cookie. Very
I'm
chilly.
breaking another chair after this.
Good.
Nice and chilly. You ain't breaking their chairs.
Just break another
That
chair.
was the chair. That wasn't you.
Temptations are Universal Media.
We gotta get her a belt,
John
title
Cena.
belt.
All right,
Tables,
what's
ladders,
next?
and chairs match.
Peanut butter
All right.
Thank you. I've been oh wow. Let's see. Peanut butter.
smells good,
Oh,
and
you
it
went with
looks
the mint?
like you can see the sugar on it,
Peanut
like
butter?
the sugar on top.
Wow, that was pretty good.
Peanut buttery. I like it. It's not as sweet as the blueberry one.
I was just gonna say that.
That's not bad.
I like the sweet.
And I'm not really a peanut butter person, but it's really good.
I'm a peanut butter person.
I'm too.
I like that.
The dead air.
Thank you so much.
Stuffing
For,
her face.
thank you so much for bringing this wonderful
so
stuff
welcome.
with the
Yeah,
flavor in for
Trace.
us. This is a treat today.
All right, now I tried the kitchen sink.
All right, kitchen sink.
Okay.
Which has it's chocolate chip with
Pretzels.
pretzels and potato chip in it.
And that's
All I taste is peanut butter from.
Do it some
I-
more.
it's
Yeah, chocolate morsels in there.
too much and with no flavor.
Yeah,
Too much going on with no flavor.
I expected much more from the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I think I
disappointing.
taste the potato chip.
I don't.
I don't taste
anything.
anything. It's just all texture.
I think I taste
Like
it.
And
oats.
it's not good texture. Yeah, is there oats in there? Too?
I have oats. I have like nuts.
Well, that's what the
skins.
pretzel. Something was salty. It was either potato chip or
I didn't get any
No,
salt. I didn't get
I
any
think it was
flavor.
touching the chocolate mint one. I taste mint. That's terrible.
Are you ready to go with the mint?
I'm not even trying the mint.
You're not?
I don't like mint.
Just don't eat the top of it.
No, nothing about it. I don't.
All right.
I don't like anything.
I
about
was thinking I wasn't gonna like that one, Trace, and I did.
it. Which one?
The very first one we tried.
The blueberry pancake.
I thought this was the blueberry.
I was thinking the same thing. But
So-
so, the mint.
Because
I'm
it
just
is
telling
blue.
you. This looks so good. This thing.
I think it's like an Oreo bottom.
I gotta say, this is one of my favorite with the flavors. Because the
I figured I would give you guys a good one.
break from the morning.
Yeah, from the tomato candies and all that.
Yeah, that was
nonsense.
awful.
Oh,
I got worn out.
What?
that's minty.
Is it minty good or minty bad?
It was pretty good.
I eat mints
You're
regularly.
as messy as
That's
I
from
am.
you.
So
That's from
if
your
you don't like
sleeve of
mint-
treachery.
How do you brush your teeth?
The sleeve of treachery. How do I brush my teeth?
Do you get a different flavored toothpaste?
It's mint, but it's not as strong. I use a David's toothpaste. There's
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no fluoride in it. It's not as strong as a mint flavor. If I can find cinnamon toothpaste, I'll get that.
That used to be a thing.
It's hard to
Aquafresher
find. It's really hard to find.
used to have
Close up.
cinnamon.
Close up.
Close up.
Close up.
Yeah, close
Oh
up.
yeah, close up. That's it.
It's hard to find cinnamon
Move a
toothpaste
little
now, but
closer.
Yes, that's it.
that's the extent of mint that I can do, like in toothpaste, and it does make me gag every morning.
You know
But,
where you can still get close up?
Where?
The dollar store.
Really?
They got that shit.
Oh really?
Yeah, I still got close.
Oh.
All right, I don't know how to serve this up. You're just gonna have to take a bite. Oh my, I've defiled this tablecloth here
Oh.
today.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Oh,
I got some more
excuse me,
forks.
my
Huh?
hiccups,
Yep.
finally,
Hold
the
on, I have
first
some more
time.
forks, Jace.
Oh, good. That's the first hiccup I've had on air.
So what?
Okay.
This is a caramel cake, you said?
This is
Chocolate
just
caramel cake.
And there's another one right there. Next to your pen.
Here, Rube.
Oh.
brownie.
Brownie?
Brownie.
Is there caramel in it?
I think in the mix on the top.
I think it's toffee.
Toffee, yes. I do recall something about toffee. That's it, Jen. Good
I
palate.
like toffee.
I think it's toffee.
All right.
I don't taste toffee though.
I felt it.
Oh my
In
God.
the, in the mixture in the top.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, go.
You like the toffee?
That's good.
My favorite candy bar these days is the Score bar. with the
Oh, I love a
coffee.
score bar.
That's toffee,
Nice
yeah.
S-K-O-R, yes. Yes.
Or the symphony
Gotta
bars.
have, like coffee though. and Dip this up. Crack your teeth.
All right, so that
Symphony.
is some sort of
I
cake.
haven't seen them.
That's not a cookie.
Is this
that
different than that?
That's no. I got the same thing because I was like, you know what? That
Well, we
looks
won't
so good.
Let's let you save that one.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll
Just
maybe I'll take that home for a
Mangle
while.
Yeah.
that one up.
Mangle it, mangle away. It's sweet but not sickening sweet. Here you go.
That's
like, that's the one I want.
Jen?
No,
Some more?
thank you.
Blueberry
All right,
pancake.
well, I can eat
That
the
is good.
whole thing, guys.
That's a lot of cookie.
It's a good cookie, though. This was my favorite, and I thought that would be my favorite.
My
peanut
teeth are
butter?
gonna hurt.
Yeah, the blueberry is my
Yeah.
absolute favorite. Delicious, the first one I tried.
Oh, Allie, I wish you were here for this.
I know. I told her. I said, Al, you're gonna miss. I'm sorry. Thank you. For me?
Yeah.
I would say the
I'm a
kitchen
complete,
sink was my
I'm
least.
a complete disaster over here. I'm just gonna wipe my
No, you
mouth
were
on my
doing your
sleeve.
best though with the two forks and
Look,
nothing
I
else.
try. Look, I'm
This
wearing
out.
white. Of course, I'm gonna have a stain on my shirt. Like, I can't wear white. Like, I spill everything on me.
Scotch Guard.
Um,
Scotch Guard made by 3M will protect all your white garments.
Does it?
Yeah. As long as you get Scotch Guard on it before, a stain will hit it, but it will come out with the Scotch Guard.
You know what I use?
Yeah, Jen
Thanks.
probably knows. So you wear a white. Jen's got a white jacket. Meanwhile,
You know
how do you pull
the
that off?
the Dawn power wash in like the spray? I keep one in my laundry room and I spray my clothes with that. Any stains?
I
'Cause of
use
course, as soon
spray
as
and
I
wash.
cook-
That's good.
Spray and wash. I keep that like in the closet and like every day I'm spraying it on my clothes, and then you can like let it sit for 7 days. I think it says. That's pretty good. It gets everything out.
Do you know how I figured out about the Scotch Guard?
How?
Jennifer Lopez made in Manhattan. She steals that woman's Dolce & Gabbana suit, and she goes out with it on, but then they were like, you could Scotch Guard it, and I looked it up. I was like, what's Scotch Guard? 'Cause, it didn't explain in the movie. I was like, oh, it's like you put it on your white
Repels,
furniture, and even
Your sneakers.
I go out in the rain, like when it's overcast, rain will beat up on your white shirt.
You need that
With
on
the
your
Scotch Guard.
shoes for Wednesday night.
I don't know what
Some
shoes.
Scotch Guard.
You know what I can never figure out, right?
What?
Like, this is when I would like get football jerseys and stuff. Like, I would get the Raiders away jersey, right? White jersey, like authentic, kind of sateen, whatever. I'm like, how the fuck are these guys playing football in mud and blood and shit and every week? And I get a little mustard from a hot dog on this thing, and it's destroyed. Destroyed.
That's a great question, though.
The football,
do
you're
they
supposed
get
to be
new
able-
uniforms every week?
I think so.
I think every,
No.
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 I think they have. I think they may have a couple uniforms.
They have alternates.
Yeah.
But you've got to keep your uniform.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like in high school, my football uniform, everything washed out of that thing.
Well, that was high school.
I know, but
NFL.
that was
Who's
a
doing
better
your
jersey.
laundry?
I'm saying that jersey, nothing like
What about baseball?
I will.
I'm
Okay. Do
thinking
you know what
because
I
it's,
use on baseball pants?
What?
A power washer.
Oh.
I have a smaller electric power washer, and I'll do the socks and the pants and the and it power washes the caught in dirt.
That's
Oh, really?
so good. I need to know that.
Because I always thought the pro ball players would have
We
multiple
didn't say anything.
uniforms.
No, just time
I
out.
think they
think.
do because a lot of
Because the
times a
pro-
lot of it gets ripped too.
Yeah, so
Like-
that's what I was thinking versus high school. Because it's pro ball.
We are back.
Right.
You know.
I have been using like the dollar store OxyClean, and I'll soak like the stuff in there. That dollar store OxyClean is no joke.
Oh.
What's it called? Shoot, I forget his
Oxy?
name. No,
Oxy?
no, it's like Mr.
Mr.
Oh,
Bubbles.
LA Awesome. LA's awesome.
Oh, Ellie's.
LA's awesome. And he makes like an all-purpose cleaner. We use that for everything on the boat, like everything. We clean with LA Awesome.
Fabulosa is my dollar store go-to.
Whoa.
Love the Fabulosa.
What's
Also
scent?
fabuloso.
They had limited edition Christmas scents and stuff at one time. It was a red bottle. Usually straight purple Fabulosa I like.
Yeah.
Or the blue. The blue.
The blue, but it's so hard to find the blue.
I was going to
So
Dollar
hard.
General because they had the antibacterial Fabuloso,
Oh, I never even seen that.
the disinfecting.
Is that the yellow one?
No, they had it in the purple. But I'm not allowed to use Fabuloso in my house. Nobody likes the smell of it.
You got to get the blue one. It smells
It gives
so
them
good.
all PTSD.
It does?
From
Okay.
Ryan from working at Walgreens when she'd have to clean the bathroom.
And that's what they had. Yeah, I get. I
like,
can't.
Mom,
I told
I
you I
smell like
can't
I'm
eat
at
those
work.
rotisserie chickens.
That's exactly
I eat
it.
'em
My husband too.
From the
Oh, really?
Roy Rogers, it would be right on the counter.
Yeah, it's crazy how
Greasy
smell can
birds.
like really take you back
Bring 100%.
so much.
Thank you so much.
You're
for,
welcome.
for
Yes, this was wonderful.
So
What
what
the
did we
flavor.
like the best?
Well, you didn't try that one yet. Was it the same?
It's
That's the same. Yeah, I'll send that back to
I'm
you
all charged
in a
up now.
minute. All charged up.
I
huh?
liked
gave me like 9 different
the,
cookies.
the cake thing,
Let's
but
go, Jen.
Oh, yeah,
we
you have the
can't,
same one.
I
No,
don't
for Terry.
think you can consider that part of a cookie.
No, it did say it was some sort of cake. You could buy like a whole tray of this cake this week, like a Father's Day special.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, check it out.
Well,
Take Michelle to
how about you,
Crumble
Jace?
tomorrow.
She's already asking in the live chat for me to
Yes.
stop there on the way home.
Well,
No, no.
better.
No.
Well,
I come straight to WTF from work.
You
This
better-
is- the double day is done. when-
Double
No,
day.
stop. You're going from
yeah.
A to B.
That's all right. That is
well, I'm
it.
going to say I liked everything, and I'm not really a blueberry or a peanut butter person, but I actually thought they were pretty decent. I didn't like everything with the kitchen sink. It felt empty.
Very disappointing.
Yeah.
No
I felt
flavor
like I was eating
whatsoever.
air.
A
with
little
salt.
dry. I
Yeah,
didn't
dry.
think it was empty. I had some chocolate morsels in there.
Oh.
Were nice. But if you had, if you were washing it down with whatever you like, milk or coffee, it might. But then again, you shouldn't need
Yeah.
that for the kitchen sink.
Right. Mhm.
Yeah,
and the
no
mint was
good.
pretty good too. The mint was really good. I
You
thought it
like
was-
the mint, Ruby?
Yeah, the mint
Yeah.
was really decent. Yeah, I like the mint.
Jen, how'd you rank on the mint?
I like
She's
the mint.
catching up.
Oh, she's got you up.
I would say the one I wouldn't go for was the kitchen sink. It was too much texture and no flavor.
No flavor, guys. Skip the
No
kitchen
flavor.
sink if you go
I
there
feel
this
like
week.
I'm on
So you know.
Food
You know.
Network right now.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
We're the judges.
the
We're the
Great
judges.
Dessert Challenge, the Great Baker's Challenge.
Well, there you have it for Cookie Crumble.
All right, definitely go to Crumble.
Delicious cookies. We don't recommend the kitchen sink.
They're giant, so
They're
get
giant.
less than you
But
think. You
if
think
you're-
6 cookies is not going to be enough? Don't go.
Yeah.
Don't get a dozen. That's way too many cookies.
Oh yeah, but it sounds like a good place to get some great cookies.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
you're gonna
huge.
find the cookie for you at this place.
Yeah,
place.
you
Yeah.
know what?
You're
That,
gonna-
this
Yeah.
is like fun to bring if you're going somewhere. We always say if you're going to a party,
You're going to a party.
I would bring it to a party.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would bring the crumble to a party for sure.
Okay, all right.
Something for everyone. So,
Right.
all right.
Awesome.
Thanks, Crumble of Princeton.
Thanks, Tracy, for bringing
Yes,
the crumble.
thank you.
Yes.
Oh yes,
So-
thank you,
Like
Tracy.
my favorite. What the flavor?
Wait, is it really 8:00 right now? Is that clock right?
Yeah, we got
Really
3
time to
minutes.
go. Well, did you have a WTF moment this week?
Yeah, when I broke a chair.
That's a WTF moment. Then you probably have another one because you got to get it to the airport at 5 a.m. to get Ryan.
That's one. I went to get a beach bag down out of the garage, and there was a bird's nest in it.
Ooh, better than a mouse though. Better than a mouse.
And then there was a chipmunk in the garage.
Oh, they're cute.
Ooh.
They're not cute.
Yeah, Chip and Dale.
I don't like either of them.
You don't like Chip or Dale?
No.
No,
went to the
they're
Epcot
vermin.
Actually, years and years and years ago, when we went to Disney, Chip and Dale came up behind my husband, and he didn't realize it was a character.
Oh no.
And I guess they touched his head, like they went to mess with his hair or something, and he it was a reaction. He just went like that.
Chipped up Chip and Dale.
After that they were all gunning for him. I think Chip and Dale got offended,
Mm-hmm.
and
The characters were coming after him.
yes, they did nothing but mess with him for the entire rest of the day.
Oh my God.
Oh, all day, like they stalked him.
Targeted by the Disney characters.
I was
Wow.
like, oh, they all have walkie-talkies under those.
In the suits, yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
They're like, this guy, we got eyes
So
on him.
that messed up the Disney now. I get it. No chipmunks for Jen.
No, so yeah, I don't.
What was your what the F moment of the week?
I already gave it to you.
What?
Oh, rhythms.
Wait, the time I
Your
did
words with
the time we did a podcast, but we really didn't. That's as WTF as it gets.
The Phantom cast.
Crammed 1.5 days prep. And they're like, all right, I got to do this, right? That's all right. That's all right.
Well,
about
you
yours?
did tremendous.
Yeah, Trace, what do you got?
I think the tipping thing.
Yeah.
Photographer asking for a
Stealing
tip
money.
on his website, and then Crumble Cookie just tacking their 20% on just for shits and giggles. That was really my WTF. Now you gotta watch. You gotta watch everybody now.
Yep.
So on that note, people,
We're all gonna go
we've started the
Into a
movement.
sugar-
Carry it out. Stop tipping for ridiculous shit. Don't feel bad. Give it to a charity. Pick a charity, right? Pick your charity and then just donate to your charity. Stop tipping this ridiculousness. And
Stop
that's
the
all.
madness.
That's all I got.
That's your
Anything else?
PSA for the day.
That's my PSA for the day. We can do this, guys. We can do this. We can stop the
We're all like this
ridiculous
now.
tipping.
Yeah,
I know, in a sugar coma.
Charged up, I am.
But yeah, get to crumble, guys. You won't be sorry. We will see you next week on WTF with Tracy and Friends. See ya.
Thank you for watching WTF with Tracy and Friends. WTF with Tracy and Friends is brought to you courtesy of Hamilton Radio. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and tune back in next Wednesday with another episode of WTF with Tracy and Friends. The most fun you can have on a Wednesday with your clothes on